Hey there folks, welcome back to another video. Today's going to be a bit of a quick one. I have a couple other videos that I'm going to be working on today, but I just wanted to throw this one out because I have some older footage of when I kind of completed these. Just needed to do an intro for it. So here's going to be a third part for the 1978 coveralls. I've done two previous videos on weathering these and dyeing them and all that, so if you want to check those videos out, you can. I still get a lot of questions when it comes to how to dye the coveralls. You can see all that in the first video. You just got to read the directions on the bottle of the dye. I used regular RIT graphite. These were an olive green color. You just follow the instructions on the bottle. You know, you put salt in there, you put dish soap in there, and I think I used the whole bottle. Maybe I didn't. I don't really remember that, but it's not really that important. But yeah. So I just want to do a bit of an intro. That's pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's go. So here's a look at it just hanging out. As you can tell, it's pretty severely weathered compared to the last time that I did a video on it, and also compared to the very first video I did where I said I didn't want it to be super weathered. You can see that I've definitely thrown that out the window. Do I think that the actual coveralls would have looked like this? No. The actual coveralls in the movie wouldn't have been this weathered. However, I really wanted to lean towards the idea that these coveralls belong to an actual mechanic. And then also when you're filming with these, or at night on Halloween, you're not going to be able to notice all this as much. So it's not going to look as severe. So there's that. You can see we got some weathering on the wrists. A lot of this kind of staining is kind of where you'd be kneeling or you'd rub your hands, that sort of thing. That was the idea behind it. And you know, I was really just kind of sitting there trying to figure out what would make this weathering look more uniform and realistic. And it kind of just hit me to use spray paint. Now there's some spots where it looks a little bit too dotty. That's because the spray paint that I was using was starting to run out of air, so it was mostly just paint. It wasn't the proper mixture, so you know, that's the reason for that. But it doesn't really bother me. From a distance you can't really tell, and certainly when we're doing the movie you're not going to be able to notice, or subsequent movies, fan films sort of thing, you're not going to be able to tell. So I still definitely recommend that idea. As far as, you know, this kind of scraping, it's a matter of, you know, throwing it on the concrete and just kind of scraping it up. It's got a lot of the accurate holes that you see in certain behind the scenes photos. This one's a little bit messed up. As I've said before, it's not supposed to be cut over that much. But then you've got the ones on the knees. And that one's also a little bit of a mess up because the actual knee should be like right here. So there's that. And if we spin this around, you got the one on the back of the waist there. And then of course the elbow. So yeah, there's that. Here's a look at it, a little bit broader daylight. I'm gonna see if I can get my buddy to put these on. You can kind of see what they look like on somebody. So let's go ahead and cut to that. Oh yeah. It's a lot darker than it was out here though. You can turn now. Looking slim. Turn around. All the way. We're not looking at your rump. One more time. Get the little elbow hole right there. Alright, go ahead, turn one more time.